Hello folks, and a quick aside to those about to complain about the intro in the comments. This was a premiered video. I play the song to allow people who are lagging behind a little bit of time to make it to the actual broadcast. Now today, we visit an old channel friend, News Now community, otherwise known as convicted sex offender Earl. He is about to pay a visit to a border control point at Laredo, Texas. Will Earl conduct himself well, or will he be a derp? Oh, and stick around at the end of the video for a channel development. Yeah, I don't believe you in the slightest. More likely you chose a convenient moment and cut the video in post in an effort to look less dumb when you were embarrassed.
Hi, how you doing? I can't hear you.
You're a citizen?
I don't wish to answer any questions.
Oh, sorry?
I don't wish to answer any questions.
Okay. Anybody else on board?
No,
All right. You were born in the U.S., you said?
I didn't say. I don't want to answer any questions.
What, sorry?
I don't wish to answer any questions.
Okay, well, I'm just asking your citizenship, so...
I understand, but you're a federal agent conducting a federal investigation. I wish to exercise my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
I wish you would practice the general gist of that more often. But let's actually go over the Fifth Amendment, shall we? No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offence to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. As far as I know, this is not a criminal case, and besides, are you not a citizen of the United States of America? Even if the fifth applies in this scenario. And any lawyers trained in the USA? I am happy to be educated in this matter. Let me know. As I was saying, even if the fifth applies in this scenario, how would admitting you are a citizen going to harm you? In this case, it's a good thing. I'm willing to bet that if you simply said, yes, I'm a citizen of the USA, the guy most likely would have let you pass on through without further incident. Maybe he might ask for your driver's license, but you'd be on your way. But this would mean no content for you, huh?
Alright, just hang on 1 second, sir. You need a supervisor in name 1. Supervisor in name 1.
How you doing, partner?
Good?
Oh, hey.
No drugs, no contraband, nothing aboard this vehicle.
Excuse me?
There are no drugs and no contraband of any sort in this vehicle.
Okay. Are you a U.S. citizen?
I don't wish to answer any questions. I'm letting you know there is no contraband or illegal substances in the vehicle. I'd just like to be on my way.
Okay. Give me just a minute.
Okay, I'm going to put the vehicle in park.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm good, Captain.
I'm gonna make this real simple.
You going to tell me about Fuentes?
It's raining.
You going to tell me about
You got a
Fuentes?
choice. You can go to secondary.
Okay.
If you don't go to secondary, I'll go ahead and read all this off. If you don't answer the questions, I'll arrest you. Simple as that.
Arrest
I
me
know
for
you're
what crime?
videotaping for not answering the question.
That's not a crime.
Right
Not answering questions? Not in and of itself, perhaps, but I'm sure a charge of obstruction would be sufficient. The point is, because for some stupid reason, You are refusing to admit your citizenship status. This is a border checkpoint. Your citizenship, or other right, visas and the like, to be in the country needs to be established before they let you on in. It's that simple.
Now you're holding up our line.
Okay.
I got a job to do.
Okay.
So what's your
Do your
choice?
job.
Are you a U.S. citizen or not?
Do your job.
Answer the question. Are you a U.S. citizen or not?
Did you want me to go to secondary?
Will you go to secondary?
Yeah, I didn't say.
All right,
Nobody's
go to
asked me to go to secondary.
We'll talk to you over there.
All right.
Understand in secondary you have no privilege to that phone, so we will be taking it away in secondary. You are being detained, so go to secondary.
Really? This is where I personally raise my eyebrows. You should be able to, within reason, have a recording of interactions with law enforcement and similar agents. Someone in the comments, please let me know why this is so.
Just so you know.
What else? Now the ending of this video really sucks because I kicked the camera off. Basically what happened was I pulled up, there was no place to park, and they just told me to go ahead on. I mean, I wasn't arrested because I was in San Antonio an hour and a half later as a national security agency auditing. So it was just a bluff. I mean, what these guys don't, they get upset when you assert your right to remain silent.
And yet you didn't. You freely volunteered all this information, even answered the question of if there was anyone else in the car. For some nonsensical bullshit reason, you refused to say if you were a US citizen. The heck is wrong with you, man?
Okay, yes, the courts have ruled that these checkpoints can be there. Yes, the courts have ruled that they can ask you your citizenship. But the courts have also ruled, and specifically the Supreme Court says, that you should never talk to the police. So if you invoke your right to remain silent and not answer questions, you're not violating their ability to be there or their ability to ask the question. You're exercising your right to remain silent. That's it. And they get upset about that because they think under the Fuentes settlement or judgment that you have to answer their questions. You don't. You never, ever, ever have to answer the questions that police ask you. Never. Other than in some instances, name, date of birth, blah, 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 when you are required by law to identify yourself. Okay? Beyond that, you never, ever have to do it. And the stupid thing about this is that they had already run my plate number. And so they know who I am, they know where you live, they know everything.
Correction, matey. They know who the registered owner is. They know where the registered owner lives. They don't know if you are one and the same. Use your noodle, man.
So it's strictly about showing you who has the power. That's all it is.
Well, there we have it, everyone. I think we can all safely agree that Earl did a dumb. Again. As usual. But enough of that, silly man. Let's talk the future. I'll be releasing a second video in a few days. I came across a TikTok video from Australia that I absolutely have to cover. I hope you'll enjoy a spot of Australian dumb. I don't, particularly. It's a tad bit embarrassing to know we have similar drongos in Australia. Now, a few of you, that number's sort of been steadily growing recently, have asked how you can contribute to me directly. Now, I'm having a fight with PayPal at the moment to try and get something changed. Hopefully that gets resolved quickly. But knowing PayPal and similar things, they're going to drag their heels. In the meantime, I do have a Patreon page set up. I know some of the later tiers are a bit pricey. I don't expect anyone to go for them. I will be seriously amazed if that does happen, though. That you believe my service to be worth that much to you every month. Wow. But, yeah, I won't be expecting it at all. Alright, everyone, that's it for today. And as usual, I hope everyone can take care of themselves, look after each other, and as far as humanly possible, keep smiling.